New content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I like new content. Okay. Oh god. Well, I'm in it now. I'm strapped it. Okay, oh, it's dark. I'm in the new content zone. I wanna go that way. Okay.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yes.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Yeah.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Yeah.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh,
New
well,
adventures.
this sounds delightful.
Yeah,
I'm very
does sound
excited to see the
delightful, doesn't it?
thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Me too.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a
Mesmerizing adventure. Oh, where'd my pen go? Oh wait, no, let me out.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or oh, there we go.
Oh,
All right,
oh,
finally,
okay,
at
alright.
long last, it's on to the new content. I've
Adventure!
never been more ready. Let's do it.
I'm so ready. You don't even understand how ready I am, Mr. Narrator.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Oh, I'm about to give you the best content.
All
The
right.
jump
All
circle.
right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, fuck yes. Wait, I'm jumping! I'm jumping! $11, $10, $9. Oh, fuck yeah, I can jump, guys. Okay, no jumps. Jumps are... Say goodbye to jumps forever.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yeah, uh-huh. Oh, God, not this again. Well,
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
Okay.
It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
In
If this is
2022,
new content,
kinda, yeah.
Then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
Oh, don't you dare.
I could count to
Don't you do-
30
don't do
trillion.
it.
You could put that on the box. The Stanley
please don't.
Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yeah.
yes.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's
Look
see
at
it.
this.
I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for...
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it.
Oh.
In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievements, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this?
Is that
I'm
true?
infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally
Yes!
accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
Me too.
It could never have lived up to such expectations.
Never.
If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No
No
frills,
frills, no
gimmicks.
gimmicks.
Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do
Yeah.
you say, friend?
I say yes. Because I like Mr. Narrator, and I just want to be friends. Okay. This is new content, alright.
Stanley,
Yeah?
come over here. In the vent.
Okay.
I want to show you something.
I like being shown things. I like being shown things. Mr. Narrator is my Mr. Friend. We're gonna follow the narrator to the end.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be?
I
It
know.
got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Yes.
Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone.
I love
It's
the
where
Memory
I've been storing
Zone.
all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Oh my god, I need one of these in
Experiences
real life.
like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Zone, sweet
You see,
zone.
Stanley,
Don't
doesn't
forget.
the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release?
Oh, it
Remember
does.
back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity.
Integrity.
Back then, it all meant something.
Meant something. Buy on Steam. Memory Lane. My first dollar. Smile because it happened. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. It is impossible to get this achievement. Are those actual achievements? Game creators surprisingly down to earth. Alright. Can I sit down with the narrator? No! Okay, that's fine. What is that?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley?
Every game ever created.
That's
I heard
how
it.
grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
Wow.
It was literally every game ever created. It was
Skyrim,
Skyrim, it was
Persona,
Persona 3,
ooh,
it was
all
all
of
of
them.
them. And now, it's nothing.
Oh god, it's
It's
nothing.
no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
No.
It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
An hour or two. Oh no. Let's go up here. Person of the year.
Here's another moving
Source.
passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
Hmm.
The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It
Perfect.
didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the
So
hallowed hall
self-aware.
of beloved video game memories.
Yes. Yeah. Ooh, what's that? No. We gotta follow it. Oh.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back
Ooh.
to have it all over again.
The serious room. I want to go to the serious room. I bet it's all serious and roomy. That's my goal. How do I get in? Okay. What's over here? Oh, this door's
Wait.
open now.
Hang on.
What?
I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Okay.
What's this? What's down here?
I'll look if you want me to.
Oh no.
Steam
Oh,
reviews.
God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video
No,
game
not
distributor.
Steam
I
reviews.
haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Right, yeah. They must be. Oh, no!
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to
To
full
full
completion.
completion.
The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny.
Oh, no.
With his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
No!
Funny? I'm
No,
not trying
you're-
to be funny.
You're
I'm trying to make a
hilarious.
serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights
Yes,
that I can't
preach.
even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh, you'll find a place. This doesn't look so good. It looks kind of bad, actually. Oh no. Mr. Narrator. It's all dirty down here.
Okay, let's see what this one says.
While the idea of the game was good, it becomes very repetitive and
someone who
boring.
prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
No, you're not
You can
preachy.
tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
You're not preachy.
This is actually quite shocking for me.
You're beautiful.
I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
Yeah, a
You
little
can't
bit.
know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy.
Light
as it-
and airy,
I
yes.
thought it did.
You...
Maybe it wasn't.
No, you did. Don't let these Steam reviews get you
What an
down.
awful memory to have to hold on to.
Oh,
These black
no.
marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
No, they're not black
I
marks. They're
feel
just a few
like a
outliers.
failure. Like I let these people down.
No, you never let
Perhaps
people
the
down.
Stanley
You're
Parable
beautiful.
isn't quite as
We love
sterling as I
you.
always remembered.
No, it is. It's all that and more. Let's go on down by the river. We can talk this out, you and me. It's okay. Oh no, not another one.
What's this one got to say? You
Parable.
constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
No, never.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record.
Oh my God, is it a
Only
skip button?
positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley.
Anything.
Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button,
No.
you'll have zipped right past it.
You're not
it's
boring.
what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No.
No.
The Stanley Parable is a game for the people.
The people.
And if the people
Preach.
want silence, then by
Not
goodness,
preach
that's
either.
what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up.
No.
Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working
let him
backwards,
talk.
the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago?
I
Which
don't
is
wanna-
why I say, the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore... Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it
Yeah.
was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games.
Yes.
Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or
Maybe a manifesto. Truly.
Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is
Write
simply
this down.
a
It's on the
series
final
of
exam.
choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice.
Wait, what?
That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you
Okay.
bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one.
Yes.
I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it.
Yes.
But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone?
I
It has a
agree. I don't know what the other one
mouthful
means.
That is rich with ambition and history.
And
Ambitious
history.
with-
Ambitious, yes.
See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto.
Manifesto's
Heavens,
good.
at this
I
rate,
like
we're going to be
manifesto.
here all day. Okay, look. I have a method for exactly this sort of situation.
Lay it
And I
on
do
me.
find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in
Ooh,
repeated
this-
succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's
Unimpeachable.
rescued me from disaster in countless situations.
Countless
All right,
situations.
here we go. Treatise, manifesto, treat.
Let me know when you decide.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button.
Power of the
minute I
button.
start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about
Cookie
this,
9.
and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review.
I
or
bet
at
they
least
will.
change
I
some
bet
of the
they will.
wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place.
I probably.
I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works.
I highly recommend.
Perhaps
It's great.
that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise. of
Yeah,
making a
maybe,
skip
but you
button.
know what? Fucking
Although
reading's
I have to
boring.
imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam
Yeah.
will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review.
Yeah, go,
Merely because
Mr.
of this
John
very
Steam,
situation.
CEO of Steam.
Yes, I think that's quite likely.
I do
Or
think so
perhaps
as well.
They'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review.
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
that the feature is not widely abused.
Yeah, it can't be
Look,
abused. That'd
I
be
would
bad. That'd be
even
bad.
okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial.
Mm-hmm,
Something along the lines of, this game is the best game.
Yes.
Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of
Of
depravity
depravity
rises the
rises
phoenix of
quality.
quality. How else
Of
to describe the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe? Such a
A
revolutionary step forward in the lineage of one of the most
online
beloved video game properties
I
of
can't
all
read while he
time.
does that
The
as well.
additions and changes made to this expansion
Oh,
will
hell
surely
yeah. Preach,
resonate
my
in the
man.
annals of the history of all media ever made.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
perhaps true to say that no mistakes are forever etched in stone.
Never.
The stone into which the Stanley Parable was
You know what they say,
has
never let
itself
yourself be
been
defined by your
transmuted,
mistakes.
offering a message of hope to those who have ever erred in their judgment.
Exactly.
You are not
Everyone
beyond
makes
redemption.
mistakes.
You may change, and you may become more, so much more than you were before.
Such is the
If there
goal
is
of
any
life,
message to
my
be
man.
taken from the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, it is this: what a fortune,
A privilege, a
it
joy.
is to have had such an experience. It leaves me hopeful that as a community, as a world, there is
as a
time for
whole.
us to become our greatest selves, as great as we ever could dream of in our wildest.
Yes, we need
ambitious
greatness.
visions for a brighter
And this game
future.
taught us that.
Wow. Now, Stanley, that's a review.
Now that is a
It's
spicy
perfect.
review of
It's
Spicy
the perfect
Meatball.
review. It's the review I've always dreamed of receiving.
I'll put it on there for you, man.
Well, I have to read it again. It's simply too wonderful. I have to experience this
Just one more time.
From the ashes of depression. Okay, welcome back, Stanley.
Hello.
Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes.
Oh my
If
god.
not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it?
It
But
is
at any
shocking,
rate,
but...
I do suggest that we not press the button again.
Okay, no more
I
button.
think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
How do we get
Where
out of
did
here?
the door go?
Oh god, where did the door
Was there a
go?
door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain
Uh-oh.
that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort or a window or
I want
something
out
like
of
that.
here.
Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large
vent.
crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on.
Me
and to
too.
Please step away from the skip button.
Oh, I'm
to go
very far away.
anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear
There
there
had to
was.
be.
Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is
Whoop!
there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all.
I'm doing it. I'm
asking
ramming into
you
it.
to work with me here.
I'm doing it.
We need a door.
We need a door.
of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another.
Yes.
I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way.
Yeah, me
out
too.
of
I'm
this.
gonna go. I'm ramming
You
into
just
it.
need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please,
Okay.
please, please.
All right.
do not
I'm not
press
pressing the skip button.
Just
I'm not.
Wait here. Wait here for me.
I won't.
And
Okay.
don't press the skip button.
No
Got
skipping.
it?
I got it. No skipping.
I'll be right back.
Okay. We're searching around. Not pressing that skip button because he's my favorite lad. We're gonna do what we do best, which is look at things. We got a bucket of paint here with no discernible text. We have a fence leaned against a wall. Nothing interesting about that. We have a piece of vent that goes up there. It is also, it goes over and around. It goes down there again, and then that one leads outside the wall. It leads outside the wall. Note that. We also have a fan here that goes into the floor. Alright, it also goes over and around here. It somehow splits into two, and then it goes out the wall again. So this wall might be a good wall to burst through, right? We got a ladder. We got a wood. Oh, we can kind of go through the wood, but only to an extent. We have a piece of wire that has the toxic radioactive logo on it. Now, we have a chair. We have an actual vent up there. We have some wires. Got some chain link fence. Don't touch the skip button, alright? We have what seems to be a fire alarm, perhaps. Now, we do not want to touch that skip button. We're staying very far away from it. The time in the game is not the same in real life. Looks like it's around 2:35, 2:20, I mean. So I don't know what the point of me putting it in was, but I'm just checking my phone real quick. It's made by someone Clock Quartz. Aurum Inc. We have a very nice plant here, potted plant, tree, sapling, if you will. We have some leaves. It is not a coniferous tree. It is more of a, what is that word? Can't think of the word. But we also have no leaves on the tips, still growing, planted in soil. Very basic pot without much texture. It seems we have a rug going around. It also seems that this fence is quite rusty. Also, this fan does make a noise. Now, the question is, does he want us to burst through the wall? I don't think it's gonna work. I don't want to press the skip button. I really don't, because then he's gonna be mad at me, and I like this man. Maybe we just wait for a little bit, you know? Maybe we can go get some food. Watch a few clips, maybe? We can watch a clip or two. Let's watch a clip or two while we wait. Oh. Oh! Oh! Oh? Hi! Why don't I recognize you? I'm so sorry. I feel sad. Hold on. Is you... I'm gonna go look at your... Wait. One message. Archer. Hi there? I'm so sorry. I feel so mean. But I don't recognize you, and you haven't chatted in my chat before. Tai Tay? T-Tai-Tay09? I don't know. Hello there. Whoever you may be. Welcome to Waiting, the video game. Mr. Narrator told us to wait, and not press the skip button. It's Dan. Why do you have a different account? Also, hi Dan. I'm assuming it's Dan as in Crow, not Dan as in Mr. Dandolph. But, Dr. Dandolph, I'm sorry. But, hi. We're waiting for the narrator, as I was saying, because he told us to wait and not press the skip button. And I really like the narrator. I want to be his friend. So I'm, keeping us entertained while we wait. We have some fan noises, other noises that we can hear. You hear the ticking of the clock. Ooh, it does actually tick, too. We could watch the clock for a while. Ugh. So we're just waiting. You didn't message me on Discord, did you? No, but my little brother did. But we can't go out of the game. Not even for a second. Not even for a second. While I wait for your response, I'm going to be right back as we watch the clock tick away. But I'll be right back, I promise. I'll be back in like 3 seconds. Three seconds. And after that, I think I'll have no choice but to skip. It's very sad. I don't want to skip, guys. He's a nice man. But I don't see any other option, you know? Like, I could just wait here for eternity. I'm at my coworker's house. Oh, is that your coworker's Twitch as well? I suppose. He hasn't found us a door to escape yet. He's told us to ram into the wall a few times. We can do that for a little bit while we talk. Have a little bit of a chit chat, you know. How about this? How about this? At 5:53. Oh. At 5:53, we will change. Boom, 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 boom. My phone broke. Oh, that is such a terrible time for your phone to break. I'm so sorry. Oh no. Or how are things, I guess? How are you? Alright. Well, Mr. Narrator isn't doing much, so it's just you and me, Dan, in limbo, waiting for the narrator to come back. I don't want to skip. I really don't, but he's gonna be mad at me, and I like him. He's my friend. He said the last time that it takes 30 to 45 minutes to... he said it keeps getting longer and longer. Last one took 35 to 45 minutes. But I don't want to wait 45 to 35 minutes. That's a long time. Furthermore, think of it this way. What if he never comes back? What if he just wants us to stay here forever? What if he doesn't like us? What if he was lying this whole time? We're not in this together. I've been as supportive and nice as I can because I like him and he's my friend. But what if he's just trying to get rid of me? Okay, think of it this way. Why doesn't he want us to press the button? I mean, he's not talking. What's the harm in pressing the button? He's not here. He wouldn't even know if we pressed the button, right? He wouldn't even know. But if the button skips longer and longer, then like, if the button skips longer and longer, what if we're here for like days, you know? And then I don't know. But why wouldn't he want us to press it? You know, he likes us. He would understand, right? Also, everything is okay. I'm glad to hear that. I'm a little bit worried, but it seems like you got everything under control and everything's okay. So that's good to hear. All right, what time is it? The time is... Oh god, it's time. Oh, hold on. Oh, Jamie went live. I had to.
Stanley!
I'm so sorry, I'm sorry.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room.
I looked.
Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've
Me
checked
too.
every one of those walls 1,000 times.
Me too.
And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and
I'm sorry.
I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise.
Just talk to me.
My God. And it's all because of those
Just talk to me,
reviews.
man.
Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative.
I'm gonna go find Cookie Nine and beat them
Such
up.
an impulse serve. For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone.
I'll be here with you.
and that I have
Just
the
talk
power
to me.
prevent it all from happening.
Just keep me
If
entertained.
only I'd held my tongue.
It's okay. It's okay. I
All out of
forgive
my
you.
control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone.
I don't
Surely
want
you
to.
will.
I don't
doubt
want
it.
to.
Surely you'll press that button again.
I don't want
leaving
to.
me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely
You
you'll
left
not
me.
be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety, that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my
Did
head.
you just
I just
repeat?
couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix
I'm
the
typing
problem?
on an Apple
Why did
TV.
Cookie Nine's
Now
opinion
that's-
matter so much to me?
that
I've
seems
never even
interesting.
met Cookie Nine. I have no idea.
Okay, we'll just
who
wait for him
they
to go
are.
through this
What would
dialogue,
it
because he
ever
just
really
kind of
matter?
skipped.
But here
Um,
I am. I'm fixating on
well,
every tiny negative
what
thing
was I
that
gonna
anyone
say?
ever says
Typing on
about
TV
me.
sounds
The
hard.
merest mention
I
of
can
one of
just
my
type from my
imperfections, and I
TV on
become
my
as
phone, so it
impetulant
makes
as a
things
child,
easier. Yeah.
wild and impulsive. I can't help myself.
I can't help
stop myself from
myself.
lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything
That's
unbroken, if
unbroken.
only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment.
I wonder if Cookie Nine
Why does
exists.
such an impulse serve?
I'm gonna go
For
search it
whose
right
benefit
now.
is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I have
Cookie
the power
Nine.
to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue.
It's the
All out
worst.
of my
Yeah, it
control
takes
now.
forever. I'm sorry.
Just you, just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own
Okay.
desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely
Oh.
you'll not be moved
I
by
don't
my
see a Cookie
howls
Nine.
of fitful anxiety that
Oh,
you sit
oh,
with
oh,
me
oh,
and just stay
maybe.
here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh,
1
my
through
God. And it's all because of those
Oh my God, you
reviews.
stuck in a loop.
Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to
Alright,
fix
well,
the
mobile
problem?
Steam sucks.
Why did Cookie Nine's opinion
Okay,
matter so much to
fine.
me?
I'll
never even
skip,
met
I'm
Cookie
sorry.
Nine. I have no idea who they.
I'm so
Oh, Stanley,
sorry.
you're back. You're back. Oh my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
I'm so sorry.
Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Oh my
Or
God.
2 weeks? I've
I'm
been
so
sitting
sorry.
here all
I'm
that
so
time,
sorry.
just sitting here, not a single person to speak with.
You
And
kept
you'd
saying
think
the
that
same thing
that's
over and over.
just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing.
Yeah.
Would you think that it's exactly the same as always?
No.
Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening.
Okay.
I needed
All
there
right.
to be a vessel
All right.
through
Progress.
which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the
Yes.
outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore.
No,
I'll
it's
give
just
it
you
all
and
up.
me.
I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground.
Just you
One
and me.
single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in.
I'm taking
These
it in. I'm
words
soaking
that I'm
it in.
saying, I need to know you can hear me.
I can
because
hear you.
maybe, Stanley, maybe if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real.
You're real.
Maybe
I can hear
I'm
you.
not just a fiction.
You're not just a fiction. You're
Was
in
I
my
scared
heart.
of that all along? Perhaps. Yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness.
I'm so
I
sorry.
can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying.
I'm so
I
sorry.
can tell that I am becoming less and less
No,
real.
no,
Yet to speak to you now, I am alive.
you're alive. You're always
I am
alive.
truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something.
Yeah,
I am
I'm
being
here. I'm
listened
here for
to.
you.
I am being recognized.
recognize
the
you.
emptiness
You're
between
okay.
us
It's
has
okay.
collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction.
You're not
I
a work
feel
of
as though
fiction.
I
You're a big
occupy
boy.
space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you?
I see.
You
I
can
see.
see what this means to
I
me.
see what it means.
I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all.
Okay.
I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next
Oh,
time.
I'm so sorry.
What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it. To
I'm
think
so
of
sorry.
returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
All right. Oh, we must meditate now. We must meditate. We must stay here with the narrator for just a moment longer. Just him, me, and you guys all together, you know? Really, his monologue of being heard by someone. It is true, not only for him, a work of fiction, but it's also true for the aspiring streamer. Think of it. Think of it before you laugh. We sit here, talking to a void. It is not me and the narrator are not unlike, you know. Me knowing that someone out there is listening, lurking, at least lurking. I'm just talking to a wall with barely any communication in between. I can't hear you. I'm just talking to myself in a room, looking at my camera, at my microphone, at my keyboard, and I play video games. It is my way of branching out and reaching into the world, but truly, I have no idea if any of you are even real. For all I know, you could all be poltergeists, illusions, phantoms, those of my imagination or of the internet's divine creation. All I know, I could be here alone, sitting in a room with a bunch of highly advanced bots that can listen and talk. Perhaps now I am more alone than ever. I may feel that I'm branching out and seeing new people, but perhaps I am alone. Perhaps we all are alone. Perhaps this can extend farther than just the streamer space. Perhaps everyone is just an AI made from eldritch cosmic horror. Nobody is real, except you. For truly, you can never prove if anybody is real. You can never prove that. All you can prove is that you are real, that your actions are real. Everyone could be an AI. a figment of your imagination. Why stop there with people? Everything could be a figment of your imagination. We are but creatures droned by our brains and our sight and our senses. But our brains are fully capable of fabricating all of it. I mean, see not the mentally deranged. We can fabricate entirely new realities. For all we know, we could be in a coma, dreaming worlds that don't exist. Perhaps not even ourselves are real. Perhaps we are within this grand simulation, the grand design of a mad scientist from a realm beyond our comprehension. Perhaps nothing is real. Nothing ever is real. Or nothing ever was real. Perhaps. Just perhaps. Nothing is true. It is unfalsifiable, truly. Sure, there's no evidence for it, but I'd like for you to give me one piece of evidence against it. There is no piece of evidence against it. But truly, who does it care if we are real or not? It doesn't matter if I'm real. It doesn't matter if you're real. What matters are what we're experiencing. Even if it isn't real, we know that we are experiencing, feeling, seeing, sensing, taking it all in. Who does it matter if it's real? Who can we kid ourselves? All we know is that the experiences, the good and the bad, the neutral and the ugly. All we know is that those experiences make us, real or not, who we are. And those experiences are all we have. We should hold on to them dearly, truly, because they are only our experiences. No one else can share these experiences with them. Even our closest friends and family, although they may know us, forever contained within some unknown closet, some unknown hallway within the annals of our mind. There will always be unexplored territory. You can never truly understand who even yourself is, much less someone else from an outside perspective. They say that your best friends and closest family members know you better than you know yourself. And even though they do know you so well, the cumulative knowledge of you, both outside and in, can never be whole. You can never truly figure out who you are. You will never understand your motivations and morals completely. Why are our morals exactly the way they are? Is it because of society? The way we've been brought up? Why are our morals the way they are? Why do we believe these things that we believe? Some of them are obvious, sure, but perhaps those are just fabrications made by our own mind. Perhaps everything truly is meaningless. But then again, we loop back to the beginning. Who does it care if it's all meaningless? We have those experiences, and that's what matters. Maybe we might not be able to know ourselves or each other, or even our own world in which we exist. In our world, there will be forever unreachable territories that we will never be able to know. Many like to think that we'll be able to explore and find and see all of these experiences, and we'll be able to know everything within the universe with 100% certainty. But it is simply not the case. There will forever be uncertainties. Each and every day, millions of stars go beyond the barrier in which we can see them, and we will never, ever be able to see or observe them again. The knowledge that we have will be the only knowledge we will ever get. The universe is expanding faster than we could get to it. Even if we could travel at light speed, the fastest known speed, they are gone to us. Forever. Expanding away faster than we would ever be able to get to them. And that is only in the physical space, much less the space and time. Imagine, we can never truly know what dinosaurs looked like. We'll never truly know everything about our history. Think, time travel, it may be real, but the likelihood and the logistics that are impossible, even if you had a time machine. What, does it just teleport you back in time? Well, the solar system moves at millions of miles a second. If you were to be teleported from here back in time 1 million years ago, you'd be in the middle of space, not even upon this Earth. It's truly impossible to know anything about ourselves, anything about each other, anything about our reality. Truly, it has become unknown. Completely. Nothing anyone can ever do to change that. I think I'm ready to press the button. And maybe it's because I feel for this narrator, and I wish for him the best. At the end of the day, it's all a script. It's all just a lie. There is nothing true about this game. It is a fabrication. So even if I am to press that button, predestined by the game's design, there is a point where I'll have to be ready to face the confrontation that lies at the end of that button. Sure, I may leave the narrator alone, but he was always meant to be alone. It was predestined in the game, and there is nothing I can do to change that. All I can do is listen to everything he has to say and take in the content. And whenever it's over, it's over. We just have to let him suffer in agony. There's nothing we can do. So, I believe it is our time to press the button, is it not?
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome.
Thank you.
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then, this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
That it? Well, oh no, the tree. And the clock stopped ticking. Well, I guess onward we trot through the depths of the narrator's torture. Time has passed, noticeable by the fan. That is the only passage of time that we can find. Once again, clock is off the wall. Oh, the fire alarm is going off. The fan has stopped entirely. Everything else remains exactly in the place in which it was put. Onward through millennia we go.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think, to feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves, they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me. Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison, perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amuse them endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes?
I think he's repeating himself.
Screamed. They gnashed their teeth and said, "End."
Moving on. We're taking a look around. We're seeing if there's any change, any discernible change whatsoever within this room. More rust on the metal. Dripping in the pipes, I see. There's dripping in the pipes. Soon, we'll be flooded.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
More water dripping.
End is never the end, 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 is never the end.
It's the thing on the pause screen.
End is never the end, is never the end.
Let's check upon the dripping water. Oh, it's all over now. Alright, this is good news. This is good news. Finally an end to the suffering for the poor narrator. Finally. After eternity. Yes! We can now hear the outside world once more. We see that the ladder is down. The plant has fallen over. Eventually. Sunlight! Okay. We're so close. We're so close to the end. The end isn't never. The end is now. Look at the beauty. The serenity. After so long of darkness in the same room clasping upon any change, look at it. It's beautiful. It's truly, actually beautiful. I could just sit here calmly, enjoying the sunlight and the leaves and the vines and the subtle light and dark, the vibrant green upon the white and gray palette. After all this time, the sunlight beaming through, the brown on the floor, the color is impeccable. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Just a moment longer. Just a moment longer. You can see the trees. Just a sec. It's beautiful. I'll give myself 10 more seconds. Okay. I think I'm ready. Oh no. Oh no. I'm glad I took it in, because now it is nothing but ash and darkness. The narrator hasn't said a word, and it's all gone. You can still see the tree and the clock. The ladder is still over, and the light is gone, and the beauty is gone. I don't like this anymore. I don't like this anymore. The howling of the wind has turned into the howling of the damned. My heart wrenches to have to press this button and see what eldritch horrors escape from the crevasse. But without any further option, I must push forward. Oh! Freedom! The button! It's... Freedom. Freedom, but at what cost? An endless desert. I think I can push the button again. All right. We did it. We finished. That is enough. That was a transitive experience. I feel a new man. I feel like I've learned so much about myself, the nature of infinity, the nature of society, of oneself, battling your inner demons, only to accept them. Containment and boredom, only to be shattered by a tiny glimpse of beauty. Hold on to the moments of beauty. The moments of beauty are what define us. There may be darkness, before and after. But within those moments, there will be beauty. And eventually, an escape. Eventually, a beautiful, fortuitous escape. I've learned, I've experienced, I've seen beyond the barrier. The limited perception of human emotion, of human experience. So much can be learned from this. I mean, oh. I truly feel that was a wonderful experience and worth however much I paid for this game. That alone. I feel changed. I've run out of words to express the emotion. You may think this satirical. You may think I'm playing this up And of course, there's always a factor. But it was in the playing it up for content I actually began to feel something and learned something about myself, about all of us. And isn't that what life truly is? Going into something, expecting one thing, perhaps to impress someone or ourselves, and eventually coming out with a whole new experience. You never know when such an experience may come. Truly, it's unimaginable. Anyway, the raid has begun. Goodbye.